Napivula.
Miyake.
Kikarus.
Halito.
Kuna.
Sio.
Chokma.
Sio.
Madawa ka.
Kunamante.
Sio.
Stongo. Oshkin yacha. Mike
Madawa.
to Kevin. Hainapi.
Tapi yatehe.
Yate.
Chakma.
Chimichokma. Good morning, good morning. Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd in El Reno.
2 times.
El Ghetto. 11 and under
Hey,
camps.
I heard Shia LaBeouf was in town.
Shia
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
Was he in? Yeah.
Yeah.
They were filming a scene at that tuxedo
Filming
lounge.
a scene here in town.
Out of all places.
And he went to the football game.
Yeah, he went to the football game.
Yeah.
Went and chilled at the football game.
Yeah, a lot of people taking pictures with them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
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 Did he make it to the monument? Yeah.
People were like making plans for him. Yeah, like
got his
we should
blanket
do
ready.
this. We should do like
Honor
ain't
him
got time for
Saturday
y'all.
night. Yeah. At the hand game.
Yeah, like they had
Someone
this.
invite him to the bingo at the ERC.
Yeah. But you know, that's pretty cool though. I heard he's like a cool dude, and he's in recovery.
Yeah.
Well, he used to
Yeah.
be. As far as I know, he still is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Have you ever? He's in this recovery video. I mean, movie called Honey Boy or Honey. I think it's just called Honey Boy.
Is that the one where he's sitting in the movies?
Yeah, where he's like a childhood actor. Yeah, he's the dad. You know, and it's crazy because I can relate to that. You know, my dad being a Vietnam vet and also having substance use issues. You know, and me being that little kid, but I was just honoring.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do we have any comments? Good job, Uncle.
Ariana Borjas says good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Leslie
Yeah,
Boton
this
says, good morning, brother.
Good morning, sis.
And
That's
then
word.
YouTube's Silly Brooks says, dude, I'm the only one here.
Hey, all right.
Oh,
Thank you for tuning
dude.
in with us.
Dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It says the same thing. I'm the only one here.
Oh,
China buns.
but thank you for tuning in. We appreciate
Yep.
Yeah.
it. Tell us a little bit about your weekend, Mingo.
It was a good weekend.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, thanks for elaborating.
Now, Suda was sick. Just
Oh,
stayed home, but
She feeling
she's
better?
good. Yeah, I smoked her off. She went to bed. She
oh,
slept
that's
for like
cool.
5 hours. And, yeah,
She's running a fever.
fever and throw up. Well, I
All
guess
the good stuff.
Yeah, but she's doing better yesterday. We went to watch Nolan. Is it Yellowhawk?
Yeah.
His Impact Gorillas won. I guess his football. I don't know what kind of league it was, but they won their show champ.
Oh, that's cool.
It was kind of.
That's pretty cool.
A little cold, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's Evan's son, huh?
Yeah, Evan and Cricket.
That's cool. Did you
Yeah,
say
sure.
Yellowhawk?
Yeah, I think that's his middle or his.
Oh, I thought you were like, because she's Yellow Man.
Yeah. Yeah, Yellowman. Yeah. But that's what they named him on the.
Okay.
And what was crazy, they were up 26-6, and the MC was like, "Impact Gorillas 26." I think it was Deer Creek Lions 0, And I was like, oh, that's how he feels about it.
Settle. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the parents that put in the time and
Yeah.
effort. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I like that. I like that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you have to sit on the visitor side in Mustang, it's cold because
Cold.
it's just concrete. There ain't no, and then the metal benches over there and stuff too. It's just like the old school El Reno.
Your cat buns are freezing.
Yeah, mine were. Well, not cat buns, but-
Oh, you got cat buns. Yeah.
I don't care what they say.
Yeah. Do we have any more comments?
Shayla Leanne says, "LOL."
LOL.
Silly Brick said, "I went to get my Christmas tree."
Hey, all right. It's that time of year. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we put ours up last night.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder when Nat's going to put
Just
ours up.
Not even thankful this month, I guess.
I know, right?
Skipping all the gratitude and appreciation this
Oh.
month. No. That's all right. My girls are already after me. They're like, "You need to hurry up and get the tree put up."
Oh,
Like, all right, next time. Yeah.
next week.
Mark Alexander says, "Are you in Oklahoma?"
Yes,
That's
we
a
are.
Nice print in the background. He said.
We are in El Reno, Oklahoma. El Reno over here in Sean Arapahoe country. But we represent every nation, all nations. So, we're all family. We're all one people, So
Yeah.
That's why our greetings are like, send us your however your tribe says good morning. We'll try to say it anyway.
Yeah. We'll try not to butcher.
Good job.
But yeah,
job.
I had a great weekend. Finally got to see my kids. My daughter, she had gotten in trouble. Not that she's a bad kid. She just, made a bad decision. So she had to stand on it. And
Some time on it.
yeah. So whenever she is in trouble, because she's the one that gets in trouble, right? When she gets in trouble, then my son has to. That's what I was saying. Like, how was doing time with your sister? I was teasing him. Oh, I was just chilling.
Yeah.
But Friday, my kids got to come over, which I missed them.
Oh, that's.
I didn't
good.
realize how
Yeah.
much I missed my kids. 11 and 13-year-old. And it just felt great. Just felt great to have them close with me. Just being present. Like that was a big deal to me.
For sure.
But they had to be home by 8 because, or else we was gonna go to the football game.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah, we were gonna go to the football game, but they had to be home by 8 because my daughter had to get up early because she was going for All-State band or something like that,
Oh, at El Reno.
or Swapta. Like it's like
Big
she
Eye?
had tryouts.
Oh, okay.
She had to go try out for Swapta, which I'm not like a lot real familiar with.
Yeah, I seen the band walking by Saturday.
Oh yeah. And then Sunday, then they had a parade.
Yeah.
So she's part of the mini guard
Mm.
of where they do the
No idea.
flags. And it was funny because as she's walking by, I'm like, this little girl looks exactly like my dad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy how much she looks like my dad. But I love that, Do we have any more comments, Mr. Virveles?
Yeah. Lenon says, "Good morning, brothers."
Good morning. Good morning.
Mark Alexander on YouTube said, "I've been to Ponca City and White Eagle." Shayla says, "Good morning as well. Cold and just miserable here in Utah. Feels like we need hot cocoa going. My
Yeah.
thermostat is broken."
Oh,
shucks.
gotta get it, uncle.
And she's
That
got
word.
one little heater. Me and my kids huddle around it like Donkey Kong on that go-kart.
Oh yeah.
Put up some blankets.
Yeah.
Put up some blankets.
And Miss
block that
Anita
doorway off.
Chabada says, "Good morning, guys. Good to see you, Mingo. You tired from all the dancing yet?"
No, not yet. think I got 3. I had 4 schools last week and then 3 this week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Had to
Your
go
time to
going all the way
shine.
to Holdenville.
Really?
Yeah, Moss schools, Moss Pirates.
How was that?
It's pretty cool. There's a couple.
It's like a Darlington school, or?
Yeah, it's like the whole elementary and high school all in one. It's a small school,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but it's just right outside of Holdenville. So it's called like Horntown, and then there's Moss.
That's cool.
Yeah, they asked a lot of questions like where the Cheyennes come from. And what else did they ask? Oh,
Yeah,
how did
Concho.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they asked how did powwows how did that get started? That was a 6th grader asked that. I was like, because only like 3 of them out of that whole it was 6 all the way to kindergarten. Out of all of them, only 3 or 4 of them been to a dance, a powwow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're just a different tribe.
Yeah, so I had to explain, and they like the dancing I did, so
Yeah.
they're cheering me on. But it was pretty cool, helping them, educate. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And I think the exposure.
Yeah.
It's the exposure to culture. Because we're over here on the western side of Oklahoma. So, we don't really get to see what they do on that side of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been to Stomp Dance, and to me, I love it because culture is culture. Doesn't matter what culture, doesn't matter, culture is culture to me. Doesn't matter what tribe, like if I see somebody speaking their language, taking part in their culture, I mean, just the attempt, like I think that speaks volumes for what that person is trying to do. And but yeah, do we have any more comments?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Smoky?
Yes. Mark
Yes.
Alexander asked if you dance traditional grass or southern straight.
Grass and prairie chicken.
I dance fancy. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Core
He
dance. Core
dances.
dance.
He really dances. I don't dance. You explain a little bit about chicken?
Yeah. Prairie chicken. CHIGGIN.
Yeah.
Now, prairie chicken. The reason why I chose and where it comes from is our Blackfoot tribe up north. The story is told that one of the chiefs, after ceremony, he saw the prairie chicken out in the pasture and he killed it with his stick. Killed the prairie chicken and the whole family of that prairie chicken, and cooked it, fed his family. Later that night, when he in his dream, that prairie chicken came into his dream and spoke his language and said, why did you kill me and my family like that? So he was kind of confused. Like, I thought, like you knew, like, your creator put you on the earth for us to, nurse off your, the animals. And so he explained, and then the prairie chicken clan, or that prairie chickens, asked if there's any way you can honor the prairie chicken clan, and I'll nurse your family for generations to come. And so he seen how that male prairie chicken was out there strutting his feathers, charging, wasn't scared, and he noticed the female chicken came over, and they got together. And so he said that's a courtship dance. He's attracting the female. He's ready to become a man. So that Blackfoot chiefs just thought, let's bring up a dance style how the way that chicken was moving, we can put the regalia together. So that's the vision he got. That's where the dance style came from.
And I like to think of it as when a grass dancer, like that.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us? No.
There's no sound on here.
Oh, it's not.
Is it plugged in? It's not showing you.
It's not
On the screen.
registering. On
They
the-
can hear us now.
They
Alright,
can.
cool. I don't know why it's not registering on the thing, but I don't know what just happened. But we were having a deep discussion.
Yeah.
Deep.
Can you read us our comments?
Yeah.
A
Going
lot
back.
of people interacting today. I like that.
When I did it, Anita says when I did a cultural exchange program in high school, the host family asked if we still lived in teepees and hunted buffalo. Then asked why not when I kind of laughed and said no.
Why not?
Jen Miller says good morning. It's a beautiful day in Billings.
Good morning, Jim. Villains.
Jeremy Harjo says Stongo, guys.
Congo.
Holly Spradlin says June 5th, 2021, we do recover.
Hey.
Yeah, amen.
Mine's May 4th, 2021.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
And Lynn On says, can you tell David Onzawad to get in the kitchen and cook me some eggs?
Hey, boy, get in there.
Have a good day, everyone. I don't know if she was telling you that because you look because your hair looks like his. Mary Faye says Kikadoos.
Kikadoos.
Just wanted to share that I attended and danced at our Pawnee ceremonial young dog dance yesterday. To be there mentally and spiritually filled my cup. Thankful
That's
to be
awesome.
here in the now with my loved ones, learning, praying, and carrying on traditions.
Hey.
Have a blessed week. Thankful to be reconnecting with our culture.
Oh, sister. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Mark Alexander says chicken. Oh, nice. You better look out for Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
Put them chicken legs out.
Yeah.
And then Anita said the audio cut out right after Mingo shared the story of the chicken dance.
Well, good thing
No.
because he was talking reggae. Good thing y'all missed out on
Let
what
me
he
see
said
if I can.
Yeah.
about what happens after he danced chicken.
Yeah. That pony song.
But yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. And let's see what else was going on in CNA country.
Oh, hand game at Con.
And game was going
3000.
on.
I heard the
Really?
Crows were here too.
That's cool. Yeah, every tribe has their squad
Yeah.
ready to go. You know, that's pretty cool. Have you ever played hand game?
Yeah, once.
Once? I know I've just experienced it once. But I don't know. Might be something we should check out, you know?
Yeah.
Gambling.
Yeah.
I like to gamble.
Throw money down.
Yeah. Mr. Ravellas, do you want to tell us a little bit about your weekend, sir?
How was your
I'm
weekend?
working on the audio at the moment. Yeah, I didn't do a lot. Hung out with my girls. Got to watch them spend money.
Ooh.
Mm.
So that was the fun of the weekend. And then went to church. Had a good afternoon. I rearranged my living room. So that was fun.
Oh.
Clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
Had to clean. Well, I had to get stuff ready because apparently I'm putting up Christmas stuff. So
Yeah.
so it's about that time. So I had to
Yeah.
start getting stuff ready for us to get ready for that. So
Get on
That's
it.
cool.
yep.
How are my nieces doing?
They're good. And they're growing up. I don't
Yeah.
Not
it's
ready
not
for it?
it's not. Because with that comes all the gentlemen that are gonna be coming around. So
Yeah.
It's floating. You can see it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you
So.
can see it. It's floating.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Blessings.
yeah.
that are gonna be coming around. It's okay. I wasn't talking.
Oh.
No.
No, you know how it's floating? You can see the smoke like just sitting there, just hovering.
Mm,
Mm.
good ways.
But yeah, so I'm trying to think there was something else going on. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rossi and Kendrick were on head staff at concert.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rossi
yeah,
and Kendrick
Rossi.
were on head staff. That was pretty cool. What we got going on this week? Okay,
Oh my
tonight
goodness.
in Weatherford,
We have drums and yums.
we got drums and
Drums
yums. in Weatherford at what building?
Is it the
Native American, the new Native American Club
The
building.
new Native.
Oh.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know either.
I think it's at the.
by Carly's house? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Everyone just go to Carly's house.
But wherever the new Native American building is in Weatherford, last time it used to be at the middle school. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying where it used to be. I'm not sure what they mean by the new Native American building, so we can announce it here on the live.
Live on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Then tomorrow we're off for Veterans Day. So tomorrow we're off. The tribe isn't on.
Better, yeah.
And then Wednesday, what else do we got Wednesday?
We got Talking Circle. in
Talking
Oklahoma City.
Circle at 4400 Southwest 21st in Oklahoma City at noon. We have a noon Talking Circle, and then Thursday is our usual Talking Circle, and then Friday is Elders Conference in Clinton. So we'll be setting up there, which I like that. I like get a chance to interact with our elders.
Yeah.
Always a good thing. Always got
Yeah.
that good medicine.
We got yoga on Wednesday.
Do you?
Yoga.
Goga. All right. Well, cool. Did they not hear us again?
No, they can hear us. But it's just not coming through the mics. So everything's coming off the laptop.
Everything's coming off the laptop.
So now I'm trying to make sure that it's coming out the mics.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird, bruh. Yeah, we have no idea what's going on. So we don't even need these then.
Well,
In case it does, we'll just make it look like we
it just makes you
are.
look cool.
Yeah, it just makes us look cool, like we're really doing something over here.
Yeah. Rock on.
Well, before we completely cut out, do y'all think we should go ahead and jump off into this reading while we're just BSing?
Yeah.
You got your book ready? Y'all
Let's do
ready to
this.
go?
Let's get this
Okay.
started.
Does it sound like we're on the mics now? Or
Hey,
does it
Mary
still
Faye,
sound the same?
Anita, can you
Does
hear?
it? Is it registering?
Sherry Sam showed
Is
up.
the thing registering over there?
Yeah,
It is now.
it is now. Though
What do you think the deal was?
I don't know. It's weird. Like,
Lost-
I know.
it's
I
probably
don't know what's going on right
it's a
now
good
with
thing
our
you have a
lives.
producer that knows what he's doing.
Do we have any comments that we need to read before
Let's
we
see.
do
Well,
this?
Anita and Mary Faye were going back and forth trying to battle about in game.
Mhm.
Cassandra said we can hear y'all now. It's not from the mics. That's what Anita said, so that's why I started checking on
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
she's
Yeah.
there. She's the other producer.
Sherry Sam says, "Good morning, guys. Cruising
morning.
down Turner Turnpike, heading to Absentee Shawnee tour."
Hey, all right. Tell Michaela and Karen and Stacy,
Safe travel.
Susan, I said what's up.
Susan. Yeah. Mary Faye says we should have a hand game battle of the tour programs.
Hey,
With
that'd be cool.
Anita said with creative team names,
Oh yeah,
and Mary Faye said, "Let's do this then."
let's do this.
Mark asked if we're on TikTok, and I said, "No, we are not."
No, we are
No,
not.
we can't.
Anita says we are on the mics, so good. I'm glad.
Good
we got
deal.
that
Good
figured
deal.
out. So
Got our
now,
life back together.
elders meditation. Let's make it
Good
happen.
deal. You ready? You ready, big dog?
Yeah. Today's November 10th.
All day long.
Oh, sorry. Happy birthday to my niece, Caitlin.
All right. Happy birthday, Caitlin.
And your good friend, Ayla.
Oh yeah, and Ayla
Ayla Madrano.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, for a short amount of time before it changes, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Congratulations.
And what else is today? I think that's it.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
November 10th.
Let's do this.
Oh. The battle for Indian children will be won in the classroom, not on the streets or on horses. The students of today are our warriors of tomorrow. Wilma P. Mankiller. Cherokee Wado. The world is constantly changing. One of the strengths of Indian people has been our adapt and ability. In today's world, education is what we need to survive. We need doctors, lawyers, teachers, and scientists. We can become these things and still live in a cultural way. We need to live in two worlds, the educated world and the Indian cultural world. Education will help protect our land, our people's health, and provide knowledge for our people. We must teach reading, writing, and is it arithmetic? Arithmetic?
Arithmetic.
Arithmetic. Also, we must teach the language, the culture, the ceremony, and the tradition of our people. Creator, let me remember you are my teacher.
Good one.
Woman P Man Killer. And she made it on a coin, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Botan, what you think?
Oh yeah, you need to be in that book more. Yeah. Just kidding, brother. Just kidding. Well, the first thing that comes to mind, is recently I have a little sister, Doctor Carrie Whitlow. I know her as KK. Calling her Carrie is weird to me. But when I think about her family, her grandparents, I can see how that was all lining up, for her to be the person that she needed to be to accomplish, becoming Dr. Carrie Whitlow. That's amazing. And congratulations. That's such a big deal for our young ladies, or any student right now. That is such a huge accomplishment, for all of us. And one thing that I've noticed since getting sober and coming into this thing, and understanding of where our place is at the table. At what table? Like that discussion could go on all day long. But I think we're starting to understand like where we're falling short as a people, and how we viewed, like I would say my generation. Like it's like you start to understand, or should I say you see how education can be used to find our way to have a seat at the table. But not only that, but like it says, these battles ain't gonna be won in the streets. Yeah, we know who bad. Yeah, we know who gonna win that. But battles ain't gonna be won in the streets. It's got to be in the classroom. Also, our producer right here, he's also a man that has his master's degree. And I think that's an accomplishment that like that's an amazing that's an amazing thing to because from my understanding it takes quite a bit of work, to be able to get there. But I think we're starting to understand how for us to create a way for our children, for 7 generations to come, that's who we got to be. That's how we get there. Is I used to think like, what the hell does George Washington have to do with, like it was that, I used to have trouble understanding how come we don't teach the real history? How come, like I would question these things, and instead of just paying attention to what was important, was my grades. Yeah, I never got to play sports because So he's on the failing list. But like I think about all the kids that graduated from El Reno a couple years ago. How every single kid either, even if they didn't go, but they still enrolled for college or for a trade school. Like that was like such an amazing thing, like to be able to say, like all these parents and men and women that have something with higher education, like like that was a feather in your hat for sure. That was a feather in your cap to be able to say, like, even if they didn't go, like they at least thought about the option. And I think most of them did go though. But understanding what education will do for our people, you know that's such a big thing, because I think about what our people had to go through whenever education was pushed on us. I think there's a lot of like a lot of trauma associated with what education did to our people, the assimilation. Like I think we're coming to a place, not only spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, but we're coming to a place in our head where we're starting to understand where we're falling short, and how this can create a better life for our people. And it also, like, think about, my sister KK, she just created another lane for our people. I'm not saying she's the first one to ever do it, but from this area, somebody that my little girl can look up to, and say, somebody that looks just like me is able to do this, then I know I can do it too. So I mean, I think that's an amazing feat for, not only her, but how it affects us in such a positive way throughout this whole community. Like everybody already knows who she is, but I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. So, I think understanding where this historical trauma happened, how it happened, like because my grandma was a boarding school survivor. She said when she left, when those people came and got her, and she was looking out the back window at her house, she didn't know if she was ever going to come home ever again. And what kind of 6-year-old has to be thinking about something like that? That they're never ever going to come home, and then what she had to go through to be able to come back home. So I mean, I think we're starting to understand, how important education is to our people. But I think it's the stigma and the historical trauma that we keep holding on to. Like we've got to learn how to forgive the unforgivable. And I think, understanding it now and just kind of, and this is my own perspective on, because through White Bison, you start to understand like the effect that historical trauma had on our people, where that disconnect happened, and how we're trying to understand, like, okay, because of education, this is what happened. But now, from the things that were taken from us, we can use it to get these things back. Language, maybe oral history can be wrote, it can be written down, and these stories can be passed down. Like there's ways that we can use education to hold on to what we got. So I mean, for the most part, that's when I think about, like just a normal everyday CNA guy. That's me. Like that's Uncle.
Good job, Uncle.
But I can see that today. I can understand that today because I was the type that would go to school just to fight.
Yeah.
Like all the wrong things that you could do. That was me. But do I want better for my children? Do I want to give them a shot at a better life? When it's going to be through education that they can accomplish that. So do we have any comments before nephew shares?
Sherry Line says people want to.
Renee? People wouldn't.
Line. Yeah. What's the last one? Mingo.
What'd she say?
It says Piva
Savants.
Savants.
Pivotable.
Yep. Then Kimberly Sexton says OCO.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Badoo.
Mary Beaver says good morning, Tor.
Good morning, Mary.
Morning, Beaver.
Mr. Mark Alexander says let's remember all veterans every day and not just on Veterans Day. Mark Alexander also says learning a trade is better financially and with stability than some degree with a financial weight that you have to
Definitely,
face
definitely.
for decades.
Yep.
And then he also says, I see that you're on 2 different lives. Yeah, we're on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, we're on
sir.
Facebook and YouTube. We broadcast to both of them.
Yeah.
But not TikTok.
Would you like to share?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you for sharing, Mr. Botone. Yeah, I think what comes to my mind is, especially I think about like our kids and how we talk about this with my family too. It's like, man, it wasn't like with my sister. She got her degree and graduated from OSU, and so I was very proud of her. And then my nephew, he's at Oregon University right now, so I think he's got another year and a half.
Shout out to Angel.
Yeah, Angel White Man. But he's it's good to see these kids, because I think we were talking to somebody yesterday, like Grandma Orange and Winona. We're talking about how when she was at high school, she named another guy that she don't know where he's at, but he was a doctor at the time, like a teacher, and then Dr. Henrietta Man, being able to teach him. And now you have all these these doctors and native men or women, and seeing my wife, she's working on her doctorates, and congratulations to Dr. KK, and just seeing and it's a lot of work, and I don't understand all the work, but I know it's a lot of working the mind and making time for you to class and away from family too. But they're working for a good cause, or not just themselves but for other people, like it says in the book, when getting knowledge and being doctors and nutritionists, and being able to help our people through they always say that I live in the white man's world and in spiritual world.
yeah.
That old saying. But I understand that, and I know, like, with that stigma with a long time ago with the boarding schools, and it was forced on us, and learning English, speaking English, and then going to school, and but I know, like, in the long run, I'm glad, I'm happy to see all our young Native kids graduating and going on to college, and there's always graduations every year. It's amazing. It's good medicine, and I'm proud of all of them. And it's because we got, even though, like, hey, not gonna speak for the ones that are not educated, got degrees, but got good trades. But always, it's not for everybody, but we all have a purpose in life to help one another. So remember, you're the problem, you're the addict, you're the cheater, the liar, but you also are the medicine. You also are the solution to everything, everybody around you that's connection with you. So I feel like no matter who you are, where you go, it's just being yourself and being mindfulness and helping that next brother or sister up, or niece or nephew, and able to pass the knowledge around, and remember where you came from, remember your culture, and learning new things as you grow up. So,
That's good, because, well, I'm gonna let brother go after this, but it was I'm glad that you said that because you know, I got my GED in prison whenever I was 16, right? And I wasn't, I scored an 85 percentile, so I wasn't like, I wasn't a criminal all the way yet. But after going through life, I worked construction. That's where I picked up my trade. I mean, I could damn near do anything in construction, right?
Right.
So it wasn't until I got sober and I learned more about my disease, like if I've come to this understanding, like if I'm educated in anything, it's about drugs and alcohol.
I mean,
Like street pharmacists for sure. But when I got sober, I seen how I was able to use that to educate my people about substance use. And that's where my medicine is. That's where I get, that's where I get blessed. And so I like that you said that.
cool.
After learning more about my disease, I'm not only able to help myself, I'm able to help other people, that are,
Struggling. And
that are
you have that
struggling.
experience too, that knowledge.
So I always think of it as it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. So the creator gave me that so I can bring it back to my people. So, thank you for saying that.
Yeah. My dope.
Our resident
Oh, okay.
educated man.
Knife cheek.
Let's run through these.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Nolene says, "Good morning."
Oh,
Good morning, Mr. Nolene.
There's a Noni on here.
Yeah, Noni.
Yeah.
We have to call her Noni.
Noni. Okay.
Yeah.
Han,
Hope you're having good weather up there.
Han He Pee Wee. Good morning to
Pee-wee.
you
Hey.
both from Tacoma, Washington.
Thanks for tuning in, sis.
Bro-
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Brother Drew says, "Good morning, brothers."
Good morning, brother.
Mark Alexander says, "Congrats on your sobriety."
Oh,
Mr. Tommy Trout says, "Good morning, guys."
good morning, people. What up?
And Anita says, "No experience is ever wasted."
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Man, education, it's important. I wouldn't say that it's not, because I wouldn't have done everything that I did in order to get mine. But is it the most important thing in the world, especially in the world that we live in and the world that we're trying to focus on and the people we're trying to help? No. Experience in the field that we're in is way more beneficial most of the time than it is education. From what we found out, anyways, we're able to reach more people by talking about our experience than what we've learned in a book. Now, would I take back going and getting my education and everything else? No. I went and got my bachelor's from Oklahoma State way back in 2005. I got my master's finished in 2016. And I'm still thinking about going back to school. I'm sitting here talking to you about importance of education and how it can be important, how it can't be important at the same time. But I'm still contemplating going back and doing more school. So it's just what you're trying to get accomplished in your life. And if it's a goal for you, don't hesitate to try to do it. Don't be afraid to step out. I mean, I'm constantly getting on, Mello Jr.'s thinking about going, and I want him to go and find success in doing it if that's what he wants to do. But if he doesn't want to do it, I'm not going to be like, well, you're a failure, because he can go and find all kinds of other things he can do, whether it's a trade school or just owning his own business or doing whatever it is he wants to do. So there isn't with that education came a lot of learning for me, because I know I've said it before. Like, at one point, I thought I knew all I needed to know. I don't need to learn anything else. And I was one of those people that you couldn't tell me that I didn't know about something, because I let my education go to my head for a long time. And now I realize that I can grow in knowledge every single day. And I And I really look forward to that, whether it's through reading or whether it's through hearing from somebody's experience or whether it's, just hearing stories from elders that we listen to, reading these meditations every day, or the reflections, whatever it is, or devotion that I'm going through. Like I learn something new every single day. And so in reality, my knowledge intake is growing every single day. And that part of my education I'm holding on to because I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to have everything that I need to satisfy how I want my mind to constantly be working, because there's always going to be something that somebody knows more than me. And there's always going to be somebody that it's had completely different experience than me, and the way they got through whatever it is that they got through is going to be different than even if I face the same situation and how I got through it. So I can learn from them. I learn from you two every single day. We may act like we don't learn from each other every single day, but I think that's a part of why our little core group is so good with each other, because we can come in and give each other crap every single day, but at the same time we still learn about what we went through on a weekend. That's why we ask. We can learn about, well, maybe it's a good idea for us to do that with our kids, or it's a good idea to maybe not do that with our kids, or 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 we can hear about maybe sometimes even the trauma that we went through during the weekend and how we're going to help support each other through the time. Because even if we give each other crap about the trauma or the grief that we're going through, we're always going to be like, hey man, if you need something, just let us know. And that's just the way we are. But that's the way we are with everybody. And I think our little core group helps us to do that. And so that part of knowledge and that part of education is important. And as long as we're going to continue to use it to better not just ourselves, but to better our people, then that's, I think, how we can be key on continuing to grow, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. So,
Yeah. I heard this old Cheyenne lady. She said, when you're done learning is like kind of saying you're done living. And she was an older lady, but I heard her say that one time. When you're done learning, it's kind of like saying you're done living.
yeah.
So, and, to hear an older lady say that, and that, I've held on to that ever since. So, thank you for do we have any more comments?
Mark asks, how often do we have our lives?
Every day. Well, Monday through Friday.
Yep.
When we're here at work. Like tomorrow the office is going to be closed.
Yeah.
So
Mingo could do one buck from his room.
Yeah,
like he did when he was in
Yeah.
Jamaica.
but yeah, we try to do one every day, not always at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have events, but I try my best to get this thing done like every day, like it's a part of my day. So but yeah, we try to do it every day on the weekdays, Monday through Friday.
Nat says, my grandma told me even though it was a tool weaponized against us, we have to learn to use this tool to help us in the world, and also to protect ourselves from it at all times.
Definitely.
He says, I guess you will not say sooner to my boomer.
Boomer sooner, of
Boomer.
course.
Yeah, well, they'll say it. I won't say it.
Yeah.
Dallas.
He's not in the win column this year.
Nah.
I mean, I'll say my stuff, but
Say it.
this
say it.
what, Orange Power? Yeah, go Cowboys. I'll say it, but it's hurtful.
He didn't sound proud at all.
It's hurtful to say it this year because it's rough, man. It's rough. But I'm not going to change.
Boomer
So,
sooner. Yeah.
hey, had to get hit for him to say it. But Lennon says, what we go through, we grow through. These lived experiences we all had are the most valuable lessons to pass on to others. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you, sis.
She gives her sobriety date, November 9th, 2020.
Appreciate that.
Yep. That's all the comments. So,
Well, yeah, that's and like I was saying earlier, I always kind of wondered about what my purpose was in life. I used to just think like, damn, I'm the coolest. I'm 41 years old and I'm the coolest 16-year-old you will ever meet in your life. Like I was hanging out with
Period.
people half my age. Like being the coolest guy ever. Knew all the new rap songs and could go buy a jug. Yeah. Like I was the coolest, so um it wasn't until I got sober and I learned about this disease, that I learned about substance use and how it affects our people. And that's where, I found my medicine. That's where I found my purpose. Who am I? What am I and where am I going? I was able to answer those questions. Whereas before, I'd give you the craziest answer, in the world. So, sometimes, this education comes, it's right there in front of you. You just got to be willing to look at it. I, spent most of my life thinking I was a failure, thinking that because I went to prison whenever I was 16 and got my GED, that I would never amount to anything. And I spent a good part of my life, believing that. So, what it really came down to was the only person that was ever really holding me back was me. I was the only person that was telling myself that I wasn't able to do all these things. So even when things are looking bleak, you got to keep an open mind, and you got to understand that adversity comes because there's a lesson coming behind it. Like that's what I'm understanding about my life today, is that when things get tough, there's going to be a lesson on the other end of that. And at one time I would run from problems. At one time I would, try to avoid any kind of, avoid any kind of resistance in my life, from stopping me from doing what I wanted to do. And when you're in substance use, you're not making very good choices, and ain't a whole lot of options going on. So being able to get away from that and understanding like where my power lies, and it's understanding more about substance use, and how I can educate my people about this sickness. So that's all I can really say. And once again, congratulations to my sister, Dr. Carrie Whitlow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that for her mom. I love that for her daughter. And I can't wait to see where how that encourages other people in our community. So I just seen a big comment pop up.
Boom. Mark Alexander did say, as long as it's not the Texas Longhorns.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Christy Combs says, teaching my children how to use healthy coping mechanisms and use prayer and songs to heal. It's okay to ask for help. What we don't understand, we can't overcome. So
Definitely. I
no,
like that.
Yep. Noni says, those of us with the privilege of formal education have the responsibility to provide space and protection for those who bring the education of recovery, traditions, and ceremony to the people. If our tribes are serious about decolonizing, they will make space and payroll and positions for relatives providing that recovery, traditions, ceremony, education. Without that paper, a degree isn't the end be all.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, sis.
Be on.
And I think that's like kind of like a stigma. Like you're not going to be successful unless you have a piece of paper saying so. And I've found empowerment in knowing, knowing what I accomplished inside. Because once you overcome drugs and alcohol, it seems like anything's possible after that. Like that's like my life depended on me getting better.
Yeah.
And once you're able to overcome that, man, like the options are like endless. You know, so where one blanket closes, another blanket opens. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm indoors.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good job, Uncle.
But
Good
you
job.
know, that's a great topic. Great topic today is that you know, our warriors of tomorrow are in the classroom.
Yeah.
So but that's all I really got today. Is there one more comment?
He just said, "Good word, Noni."
Aho, Noni. Appreciate that.
Mm.
You got anything else?
Yeah. Makes me think. You remember we went to go watch Drew speak?
Yeah,
Drew Cook.
Mr. Cook.
Mr. Cook. It made me think like, you know, even though like the education, all the certificates, everything you do, fight for, earn, but it's like if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't, even though you're up there and you think you're okay, but you're so busy, you're so schedule. It's like, you know, just remember to, you know, I think that other world, you know, we're able to adapt to know like we got our spiritual side, we got our sweats, we got our cedar, sage, and sweetgrass, and we're able to remember who we are, remember like how to take time for ourselves to pray. And you know, I know we all get busy and caught up and whatnot, but you know, we can't please everybody. But I think just able to, you know, just smudge and bless yourself, bless, you know, your family. Like this weekend is what I did for my daughter and for all of us. You know, and outside, I walked around outside our property and to the road, and I don't know, felt good.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, and that's another, you know, educational thing that can benefit your community is learning about your ways. You know, carrying those things on. You know, you know, that takes, I think, an even bigger responsibility than, you know, education or whatnot. But you know, or being in a classroom. But you know, there's so many different forms of an educated person. You know, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You know, like there's so many different forms of education that you can learn from a person every day. So, but is that it? You got anything else? All right. So drums and yums tonight in Weatherford. I believe the flyer is already up, and if it has an address on there, I didn't even looked at the address.
Are we going live down here? Or
No, I don't think so. But we got 40 drum kits, you know, for people in, you know, from, you know, whoever shows up, first 40, you know, to come and get them a drum kit will help you get, you know, will help you build you a drum. So, you know, another educational tool. You know, we need songs, you know, we need
Singers.
people, we need singers. But you know, that'll be tonight. We'll be serving a meal. But that's all I really got. Got anything else?
That's it.
Stas